Request of 42% weapon you. I never won. Try lose you, try them up on me. Well,
take the money and leave, please. The Swedish government is offering to pay.
Hi guys, hi everyone, welcome back again to my channel. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. My name is Ella Sutebu. If you're new here, like, subscribe, share. My OGs, thank you so much. And you know what I want you to do? For you to give me a thumbs up. Please give me a thumbs up so that you not forget. And if you're watching from my page, please like and follow my page. Guys, weeks now, it has been South Africa asking Nigerians to go. South Africa fighting with Nigeria. South Africa saying that they don't want illegal immigrants in their country. Now, Sweden have joined. Sweden is not left out from the countries who want immigrants to leave their country. But they promised to pay immigrants $34,000 to leave their country. $34,000 for each person to leave their country. It means that Sweden is a very, very rich country. Now, Sweden has passed a law. They have come out to say that you should take the money and leave. Now, they are not saying it's just Nigeria. Now, they say, immigrants, everybody leave. So, this country, Sweden, have seen that a lot of things that are happening, illegal crimes and the rest of it, according to them, that is mostly immigrants that are doing all these things. I don't expect them to say something else. So because of that, they want immigrants to leave their country. You understand? But this money is big. This is over 50 million naira in Nigerian currency. You understand? And I know other African countries, this is a big money. Take the $34 and leave. I want to ask you, if it's you, are you going to take that $34 and leave? $34,000 and leave? Or you still want to stay? Let me know. And the most people who have been staying this abroad, guys, all hands are not equal. Some people have not made this money. So I don't know what is your opinion, but let me play, let me show the receipt, let me show the proof.
Take the money and leave, please. The Swedish government is offering to pay immigrants $34,000 if they go back to their home country. The conservative government's migration minister said that this is part of a paradigm shift in Sweden's migration policy. Migrants who leave voluntarily can apply for the $34,000 beginning in 2026. Now, that amount is 35 times higher than the existing grant, which has been in place since 1984. But officials say that it's relatively unknown and unused. For example, only one person used it last year. Emma Lifgren is a journalist and editor at the local Sweden. She joins me tonight from the Swedish city of Malmö. It's good to have you with us, Emma. So who exactly qualifies for these $34,000?
Well, they haven't specified all the details yet, but if we take the current grant as an example, that's only available to refugees or people who are in Sweden because of some other reason of protection and their families. So, like say, a German white-collar EU worker can't just go, I don't really fancy Stockholm, I'm heading back to Berlin, can I have some travel money, please? And the current grant is also only available to people who already have a residency permit, so you also can't come to Sweden and go, well, actually, I changed my mind, give me money, please. There are also, for the current grant, there are no restrictions on returning to Sweden after you've been given it, but you do lose your residency permit when you receive it. So if you want to return, you have to go through the same rather long-winded process again.
And do we know, Emma, is there broad popular support for this? I mean, $34,000, that's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Well, there hasn't been huge public debate about this particular issue yet. I mean, it's just one part of quite a lot of reforms that the government is pushing through on migration. And it's also not really clear what the impact would be in this case. Like, this specific reform probably wouldn't affect that many people, to be honest.
I mean, the numbers showed last year only one person actually got the grant money. It makes me wonder, what is the ultimate goal here? I mean, how many immigrants taking the money and leaving Sweden how many of those would be considered?
It's also not really clear what the impact would be in this case. Like, this specific reform probably wouldn't affect that many people, to be honest.
Well, yeah, I mean, the numbers showed last year only one person actually got the grant money. And it makes me wonder, what is the ultimate goal here? I mean, how many immigrants taking the money and leaving Sweden, how many of those would be considered success?
The government actually do want to invest money also in informing people of this grant. But the inquiry that looked into this issue, it estimated that a grant of 350,000 kronor would increase this kind of re-emigration by 700 people a year. But they cautioned that it was very hard to say for sure. And the Sweden Democrats spokesperson on migration, he actually said that he believed that this was a low-ball figure. And there's quite a big pool of people who would potentially be interested. I'm not quite sure what the cutoff point is for success, but I don't think it's a wild guess to think that it would increase compared to today.
The government has promised to take a hard line on immigration. Is this move just for show? I mean, I guess I understand the argument, put your money where your mouth is here. Is that what the Swedish government is doing, in your opinion?
I mean, the government would presumably say that it's one part of the puzzle and every little bit helps. Like, the idea from the government's perspective is that a lot of people today aren't integrated, don't speak Swedish, don't have jobs, aren't really part of society, and maybe in a lot of cases would actually quite like to leave, but can't for various reasons. It's interesting, though, that the government-appointed inquiry on this actually rejected the idea. Normally, when the government launches an inquiry, it gets this quite clear directives, and you kind of assume it to go in the direction of what the government wants. This time, the inquiry was asked to study other countries and find methods that could increase the immigration of immigrants through cash incentives, and it just basically went, nope, can't be done. There are no such methods anywhere that work to that end. The inquiry did say that if Sweden were to increase the grant, it would probably increase the number of voluntary returns to some extent, yield a small benefit to Sweden's public finances. But it said that the risks far outweigh the benefits, that an immigration grant would send a signal to the target group that they're not welcome in Sweden, which would harm their willingness to integrate, which it said could have consequences such as lower labour market participation, more crime among the immigrant groups that the grant targeted. And it basically advised the government not to do this, and even said that actually in future budgets for the migration agency, you should just stop funding this sort of thing entirely.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And it certainly gives new meaning to the term golden handshake, that's for sure.
So this country, Sweden, have seen that a lot of things that are happening, illegal crimes and the rest of it, according to them, that is mostly immigrants that are doing all these things. I don't expect them to say something else. So because of that, they want immigrants to leave their country. You understand? But this money is big. This is over 50 million naira in Nigerian currency. You understand? And I know other African countries, this is a big money. So if it's you, will you take this money and leave? You understand? Let me know. And also I'm thinking other people that migrated from another country to Sweden. So it then means that if they have to deport them, they have to deport them back to, let's say, Italy and the rest. Then they can still start up life from there. You understand? Because that is a really big money to do a loss for you. $34,000 is really big, and I know a lot of people are going to take that money and leave. Probably they will decide to go to another country. And also, let me just for example, this is in Nigeria, and we are saying we want to pay you, let's say, just $5,000 to leave. My people, even Nigerians are going to take this money and leave their country. That I know for sure. So let me know what you think about this. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's racist? Do you think it's because they don't want, they are rejecting immigrants? Or it's also good that they do this to sanitize their country, because indeed, According to them, immigrants are the one causing a lot of things that are happening. South Africans, I know where you guys are, now you'll be happy. You say, hey, another country is not saying the same thing we said. Let immigrants leave. South Africa, Nigeria is not your problem. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. See you in my next video.